Welcome back, everybody, to episode 28 of the CG Sports Podcast. Today, we are going to be going over my Super Bowl predictions. This is going to be the final video of our NFL predictions for the 2020-2021 season. It's finally come to an end. We got one last game, so let's get straight into it. I'm not going to waste any of you guys' time. So obviously this matchup is between the Kansas City Chiefs and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Going to be played in Raymond James Stadium in Tampa, Florida. The Bucs, of course, becoming the first team in NFL history to play in the Super Bowl at their home stadium. So congratulations to them. That's pretty crazy. I mean, I don't know. I didn't think I was ever going to see that, but good for them. We'll see how it plays out for them. So obviously the Chiefs beat the Bills last week, and the Bucs were able to beat out the Packers in Lambeau Field. So we're just going to talk about an injury. There's only one here. We're going to talk about game plans, how everybody's going to play, and then we'll give some keys to winning for both teams. So let's get right into it. Starting off with the injury, there's only one injury for this game. It's going to be for the Chiefs. Their offensive tackle, Mitchell Schwartz, is out with a back injury. I think this is a lot bigger of a loss than a lot of people think. He basically leads the Chiefs' offensive line. He's their leader. He got drafted number 1 a couple years ago. He's been a solid left tackle in the league for a while now. And especially with how good the Bucs defensive line and linebacking core is, he was going to be some big help. So not having him might hurt them a little bit. I feel like this game in general is very unpredictable. Both teams are great on both offense and defense. So this game could really end, like, for example, let's just say the offenses really show out. Both teams could score 35 plus points. But then if the defense shows out, neither team will break more than 25 points. Like, it really depends on who shows out more. So we'll see how that plays out. But for the Chiefs offense, I think we can expect a heavy passing attack. We've seen it all year round. But I will say don't sleep on the Chiefs running game. We'll get into that more a little later. Of course, we can expect the crosser routes, the post routes, some underneath throws to Travis Kelce, the tight end, or even one of their running backs. Are all pretty nice out of the backfield. And for the Chiefs defense, they heavily run zone coverage, but they do switch out to man-to-man occasionally, and obviously there is the occasional blitz. So look out for those. Look for them to put some pressure on Tom Brady, make some quick reads. We'll see how he's able to stay aware when the heat gets to him. For the Bucs, we can expect a pretty balanced offense that we've seen pretty much throughout the whole season, throughout the whole playoffs. Their running backs, Ronald Jones and Leonard Fournette, are really good at rushing the ball, obviously, but they're also phenomenal at catching out of the backfield. Probably the best running back duo in the league right now, so they should have a big impact in this game. Look for a lot of checkdowns from Tampa Bay with the occasional deep shot. They like to go downfield to Chris Godwin, Scotty Miller, those guys. They're speedier receivers, and you could look for them to take a shot downfield to them a couple times. I'd also expect a lot of crosser routes, and Brady likes to throw towards the sidelines a lot, so, out routes, corner routes, crosser routes, stuff like that. Just throws towards the sideline. We could look for a lot of that. And then for the Bucs on defense, I'd expect mostly zone as they always run, but obviously their team is really fast all around defensively, so they can get away with running man coverage, but obviously with Tyreek Hill and Sammy Watkins and Mecole Hardman back there, I would not recommend running man coverage because those guys will probably burn you over the top. So I'd expect heavy zone yet again from the Bucs defense. Look for their playmakers. Obviously, Devin White been phenomenal. Shaquille Barrett been phenomenal. Look for Jason Pierre-Paul to have a big impact. Obviously, with the offensive line injury on that left tackle, Mitchell Schwartz, that's going to be where Jason Pierre-Paul lines up. Look for him to have an impact and try to go after that backup left tackle early on. Now, finally, let's talk about the keys to winning this game for both teams. Starting off with the Chiefs, I think the big thing for them is they have to establish the run game early. They've had such a heavy passing attack the past few weeks. You watch them play the Browns, you watch them play the Bills. Both those games, very heavy passing, not a lot of running the ball. I think it's a little too predictable at this point, and I think you got to mix it up. 100%. They definitely got to mix it up with some more run plays. You got to keep the Bucs defense on their toes. You got to be more unpredictable. You can't have them thinking you're going to be passing 95% of the time. I mean, they got away with it against the Bills. They got away with it against the Browns. But I think this Bucs defense is a little too good. You got to mix it up and be more unpredictable. And for the Bucs, I think their key to victory will definitely be limiting their sloppy plays. Obviously, last week, Brady threw 3 interceptions. And a lot of the defense, they had a couple plays where they missed some tackles and they led to 10, 15-yard gains that could have been gains of 3 or 4 yards. So I think you really got to get rid of the sloppy plays. They were able to get away with it against Green Bay, but you're not going to be able to get away with those sloppy plays against the Chiefs. The Chiefs will take advantage Another big thing I think for the Bucs, if they want to win, is they need to get off to a hot start. If you let the Chiefs get ahead early, it's very difficult to bring the game back on them because once they get rolling, it's so hard to stop them. You got to play back and forth football with them, or you got to just blow them out and the defense has to step up. But if you fall behind on Patrick Mahomes, it's so hard to get that lead back. So if you're the Bucs, you got to play for a shootout here, and you got to keep that offense going consistently. You can't fall behind here. So for the Chiefs, I got Patrick Mahomes throwing 2 touchdowns in this game, and I think Clyde Edwards-Helaire rushes in 1 touchdown. And for the Bucs, I think Tom Brady throws 2 touchdowns, and both the running backs, Leonard Fournette and Ronald Jones, are both going to rush for a touchdown in this game. And I got Tom Brady and the Bucs becoming the Super Bowl champions. They win this game 31-27. So that's going to do it for this episode. I appreciate you guys listening. Make sure you guys follow all my socials, follow my Twitch. We've been live streaming a ton, doing some live commentary and some gaming streams. All those links will be in the description. And I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.